It's not every day you get to try out something truly cool before the rest of the world gets to see it. So I was pretty pumped when I had the opportunity to go hands-on with LG's new smartphone, and it's no ordinary phone. I'm Erin from TechGadgetsCanada.com, and the LG V60 ThinQ 5G dual screen, which I'm just going to now refer to as the V60 from now on because that is a mouthful. It's LG's new flagship phone, and I'm going to try and get some of the reflections off there for you. The V60 has two, as you can see, full screens, and it opens like a book, making it a serious device for multitasking. In this review, I will get into what it does, some of the key features, and what it's good for. I'm not going to get too deep into the specs because you guys can Google that or get it from LG's website. What I'll focus on here is how well things work and if I think they're practical, useful, and fun. An early heads up that if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, to please hit that like button and give me a sub, because it does help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there can watch, enjoy, and learn from. What makes the LG V60 different? In a word? Okay, 2 words. Dual screen. You get the main screen with a 6.8-inch display plus the detachable second screen with another 6.8-inch display. If you want to look at it in a certain way, you could actually say it has 3 screens thanks to the front cover with its always-on display and quick notification center. The second screen is embedded in a special case. You'll slip your V60 into the right side of the case where it slides into a small plug. The main screen will then power the other side. The hinge on this case doesn't just open and close either. You can flip it all the way back or use it to create a stand in a whole bunch of different configurations. You can also set up Fingerprint ID. It's going to use the in-screen fingerprint reader to securely sign you in. The V60 on its own is slim and tall and weighs about the same as any other larger phone. The second screen case is also quite thin. The right side is basically protective plastic and the left side is that super thin second screen. The screen quality is out of this world. LG calls the screen's 6.8-inch OLED cinematic full vision display. To you and me, that translates to an ultra-sharp and crystal clear picture. The dual display runs edge to edge with virtually no bezel and only the tiniest notch on the main screen. The screens are stunningly vibrant and easy to read. The colors are realistic and bold, and the text pops off the page when you're reading emails. When using the second screen, you can use the 360-degree hinge as a stand too, so you can watch videos hands-free. One of the things I love about this phone is the options you have for charging. You can lay it down on a Qi charging pad. You can also use the MagSafe magnetic adapter to click your charging cable into place. Battery life is 5,000 milliamp hours with artificial intelligence optimization. What does that mean? It means that depending on your use, it's supposed to last the day and beyond. The AI power management auto-adjusts your apps and display settings to prolong the battery life for you. One of the big things LG is touting about this phone is the video capability. This is one of the first phones to have 8K video recording, and that's while we're still waiting for 4K video on some other phones. Shooting 8K video is actually pretty easy. In video mode, just tap the third icon from the left to change from Full HD, which is the default, to 4K or 8K. 8K is 4 times sharper than 4K, which in turn is 4 times sharper than HD. Now, it's hard to notice on such a small screen, so don't expect to see a huge difference in your hand. Instead, shoot the same thing in HD, then 4K, then 8K if you want to make the full spectrum comparison. Shoot it on the phone and then play it back on a large TV or a computer monitor. And make sure that the monitor you're using is also designated 4K or 8K. That's where you're going to see the rubber meet the road with this phone. In video mode, the 4th icon from the left is Steadicam mode. Steadicam is essentially the brand name of a stabilization gear setup that filmmakers use. Here in the phone, it's simple video stabilization, adding anti-shutter properties. It'll basically keep your videos from looking bumpy or jittery. Another feature of the video mode is the ability to zero in on certain audio. LG calls this voice bouquet, and essentially this feature lets you choose which audio to focus on, so you could feature your voice while you're taking video at a concert, for example, or zoom in to someone speaking on a distant stage. Video mode also lets you amplify quieter sounds, and that setting is called ASMR recording. The 64 megapixel rear camera is sharp and takes phenomenal photos. If you have the phone open like a book, it will automatically pop each image onto the other screen so you can keep shooting and view photos at full size without needing to stop and open your photo gallery to check the picture quality. I really like this feature.
The photo quality is truly great, and there's a lot of different settings and options. Watch for a separate video on these features coming up.
One feature I liked a lot is the ability to open email and messages on the second screen, then to drop the keyboard onto the main screen to type. It gives you a lot of real estate to work with, and it makes for a much more comfortable typing experience. In messages, just look on the keyboard for the icon with two rectangles and an arrow. Overall, this is a pretty sweet phone. I love the two screens, and for me, as someone who works on their phone a lot, it is the ultimate multitasking machine. The screens are gorgeous, it seems fast and responsive, and there's a lot of really great features in this phone. The downsides? For a lot of folks, it's going to feel too big, heavy, and thick, and it is a stretch for me to use it one-handed since the screen is so tall.
The phone sells bundled with the second screen for about $1,100 Canadian dollars as the base price, but as you know, many carriers will drop it for you with a contract.
But overall, I feel like this could be my next phone. If you want to read more about it, head over to techgadgetscanada.com where I've posted a full write-up, and you can ask me any questions you have about it either there on the blog or, as always, here on the YouTube channel. I'm Erin. Thanks so much for watching. Until the next time, you can catch me on Twitter or Instagram. I'm at Erin LYYC. You can also always reach me through Facebook at facebook.com/techgadgetscanada.